Hi, this is Ingrid from Quiltessential Co, and we're going to be talking about May block of the month right now. And I just wanted to show you this fun quilt that I just made, and it's called Boxed In. You can make it in 3 different sizes. This is the smallest, great if you have fat quarters or if you've got a really cute feature print that you want to put in the middle. So maybe you want to do that too. So now we're going to cut out block of the month. So now we're going to cut out May's block of the month, and I designed it to be quite different than some of the others. This is a little bit modern and just a little bit wacky, and sometimes it's good to be having fun. So first of all, we're doing A. I like to use my 4.5-inch ruler because it's exactly 4.5. So we have A, B, C and D. I usually stack them right sides together and cut them at once so they're ready for the next step. E, just a strip. When you get over here to F, you're doing 4 rectangles, and then G is just 1 long strip. And now we're going to go and sew. So we're using the goddess tool as normal, and we're putting it down on A, and we're cutting out our tall triangle first. And we should be getting 2 out of this. So just cut your tall triangles out of your strip and get 2 of those out of there. And then we're also going to be cutting B. Now I've put these right sides together, and these are at the 3 1/8, and we're using our tall triangle end, but we're doing the half tall triangle. So we put the half tall triangle dot on here. Just remember, if you're nervous, draw a line, turn your ruler around, make sure it fits, and if it does, you're good to go. So cut up, don't forget to do the little edge piece. Now you've got this one all ready to go, but don't forget to do that little edge piece. And then we are going to sew these together. So I'm just going to do this. And now I'm going to sew. We are going to be placing this together so that I have my piece like this. Make sure you line up your long diagonal, and at the bottom of your piece you want your flat here and nice and diagonal here. You should have a tiny little triangle here. Sew down, press, sew on the other side, meet me back. So here's our AB. Don't forget to square it up to 4.5. Now remember, when you need to start off cutting on your strip and you need to straighten up on the side, I like to put a ruler straight across on the top of my strips. I've got my C and D right sides together, and then butt up another ruler and then just cut. And then you know that you've got a nice straight edge. We're going to be cutting out with our half square triangle end, and we're going to place it on our strip. And I've already cut some out, but I just want to show you. So nice and straight, cut across, and don't forget to do the little bottom part. So line it up like I showed you in your instructions and cut off that little tip, and then sew down. So I'm going to cut another one out of there. I've already done these. So here is C and D. So now you have your E strip, and you're also going to be cutting your half square triangles out of this. I've already straightened up my side, so I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to be going along and cutting 4 out, and every time I move that dotted line up so that I can cut the little piece off the bottom. We are now going to be using our goddess tool again, and we're cutting out with the center cutaway. Do the one that I've asked you to use in your instructions, and you're going to be putting your cutaway corner onto your D. This is your D, right on the corner, and you'll be cutting that off each one. So you're going to be cutting that off, ready to put the next piece on. Remember, we have our C and our D. Now we're going to be putting our E on here. So when you line it up, make sure that you line up the diagonal and your straight edges so that they're perfect. When you sew across and press, that will give you the block that we need. So now we're going to use the half square triangle again, and we're using our G. Use the strip line I told you to. I've already straightened up on the side, and again, you're cutting out all your little triangles from this, and we are now going to be attaching them to our F strips. First of all, make sure that you have these either right sides together or wrong sides together, but please stack them together. We need a mirror image on these, so we need them when we open them to look correct. So we're now going to take this and we're going to be cutting off our little cutaway. Use the cutaway that I've asked you to use and put that on the bottom, and these are already stacked together and you've got a pair of them. Cut your cutaway off. And now that is ready for putting on our pieces from our G strip. So one is going to go here and one will go on here, but they're ready to go. And you're going to line up the straight edge, and the diagonal, sew that on and do another one on here. And then we have that all ready to go into our block. So that's how we made our clever block. A and B, then we have our C with D and a cutaway, and then we have our pair that we just used with our F and our G, and that was the cutaway. So it looks like we've got this floating box with a diamond in the middle, and that is our block from A. Well, can you believe we've already done 5 block of the months now? So we're almost halfway through the year. Good for you. And if you found this video useful, please leave us a like and click subscribe for future content. And this has been Ingrid from Quiltessential Co. Thanks for sewing with me today, and I'll see you soon.